Good morning, Carla. How are you this morning? You doing okay? Oh, really? I've quit using mine. I've really quit using mine a lot, but it helps when you're just viewing. I'm sick, honey. I'll tell you, I just don't feel good at all. But I wanted to talk to everybody about what we done yesterday because I rushed that process and I wasn't happy with the results. And I know we can do better. And I had a thought about maybe doing a series of actual step by step and not try to rush it through. It's these darned allergies. I just absolutely cannot get over them, and it's starting to go down in my lungs. I was, watching Epiphany Studios. Oh, well, we made a journal yesterday, Carla. I didn't realize, I can't keep up with the chat on the phone and do anything, but I didn't realize that you'd missed yesterday. But we made a little mini journal, and it turned out cute. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be because I can do better, and I know it because I rushed it. And I think I just wanted to show off a little bit that I could make one in an hour. And when you do something like that, you don't do well. Yeah. Well, see, I have asthma, and when it does that, I'm just kind of out of the loop for a while. These glasses are killing me. Well, it's not bad. It's not a bad journal, but there was things that I should have done differently and shown differently because it was not, it looks like a journal. It acts like a journal, but it's not going to hold up like one. And that's what I'm thinking is I need to show them, how you really put that spine together and how you, the right steps to take. Because I slapped it together, and I don't slap them together like that when I'm just sitting here doing it. I take my time and make sure I've got a good spine. Even on a mini one, I take time to make sure that my spine's going to hold up and that kind of stuff. So I was a little bit aggravated at myself after it was over with that I didn't take the time. If I'm going to try to do tutorials and teach what little I know, and I sure don't know enough, then I ought to do it right. Well, yeah, it's okay. I would give it to one of my kids, one of my children, my grandchildren. I would give it to one of them, my great-grands, and let them play with it. But, yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking, is that I ought to do a series of them and really show the process like it ought to be. It's fine using a box. A lot of people use these boxes, but this was too thin. It's not going to hold up. It won't hold up for very long before it's just crumpled and ruined. And I can do better than that. So I don't know. I'm not bragging, but I know to do better than that. Let me put it that way. And plus, I got a gift given to me. Well, I use a lot of boxes. There's some really good boxes out there that are sturdy and will hold together for a lifetime. Because, that's all that a book back is a piece of cardboard. But this was a little macaroni and cheese box and a generic brand. And I'll tell you, that box was thin compared to what I usually use. And I use a lot of food boxes. So I don't know. I was just not happy with it. And I just thought I look like I'm looking up at that camera bad. But anyway, I just thought I'd just come on and talk to people about it and see what they wanted to do, because it was fast, too fast to follow along. And, let's do a follow along. Let's, if we want to do it, let's work at it. That's my favorite. I like to use an old book back, and then you've got the construction like it ought to be. And of course, I always reinforce the spines on them, even then, because when you got that book, you're taking out a good portion of the construction to it, because I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. Like I said, I haven't done this a long time, but I can do this, and I know I can do it. And I just don't want to have everybody thinking that I'm just slapping these things together and not doing them right, because that's not what I want. I'd like to eventually sell some of them or do something with them, not just have 1,000 books sitting around here that nobody's ever going to use. But yeah, I mean, right now I've been giving them away, and it's fine, because it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. But I just wasn't happy how fast I rushed it. And, there was things that I should have shown them that could have been clearer and just better. I love the junk journaling. I love the junk journaling. And I was watching a girl the other day, and she did a video on going back to the basics, and she actually junk journaled. She used, the envelopes and the ads that came in the magazines, and, she was putting together a junk journal. But we're not really making junk journals. This that I'm doing is not really a junky journal. It's more of a diary, or a journal. It is a journal. Yeah, there's some tuck spots and things like that in it, but it's not made with just junk paper. There's good paper in it. Yeah, shabby chic. And I like the using the cards and stuff like that for, the tags and tuck spots. And I do like the tags and tuck spots. I think those are fun to make. And I think they give the book interest. And if you're going to journal, if you're going to do a diary, there's always something that you might have picked up that you would write about that maybe would fit in a little pocket and, you want to keep. But, yeah, exactly. And so anyway, and then I was given my sister-in-law come to see me last night and give me the nicest gift. She wants me to paint a window for her. And I've painted some in the past. And so she went shopping for the paint. And oh my God, girls, what all she brought into me. Me too. Me too. I like them. You know, I don't use them much. I buy them because I just love them. And I think, oh, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. And it ends up I'll use it for, oh, maybe a week or so. And then I, kind of start slacking off. And the only time that I've really ever journaled is when I first got this diabetes. And I decided that I needed to really keep track of what I was doing. And so I got me a little daily journal. Not a little one, I got a big one, a desktop one. So it was out in front of me all the time. And every day I tested my sugar. I wrote what I ate. I really journaled what I was doing with it, what kind, how much med I took, because I was on like a fast acting insulin along with the regular insulin. And whether or not I had to do that, because my sugar was up like 600. It was so high. And when I went into the hospital, of course I had pneumonia along with it. And when they found it, and I didn't know anything. My dad was diabetic. Herb was diabetic. I could cook for one. I could do that kind of stuff. I knew what they should eat. I knew what I should do. But when it hit me, it was just like I was lost. So I started journaling, and I kept a complete record. And, I've brought my sugar level down to a normal level. I'm still on insulin, still having to take 1 shot a day. But, yeah. And it helps. It really helps. That way and when you're not well and you don't feel well, I like to keep track of my medicine and what I've taken and what I haven't taken, because I can't remember it. I write it down every day, that we've taken our meds. In fact, in my medicine box, I have something sticky right there that my shirt just stuck to. In my medicine box, I keep a flower in it for the day that I started. And that way I can see by the day of the week whether or not I've missed a dose or, done something like that. And that's helped a lot, just that little thing. It's just a little daisy thing that I stuck down in there. But that way I know if I've missed a dose. It does. It does. And my fibro has been, really bad since I found out I was diabetic. And I, of course, it was bad before that. Didn't know partly what was going on. And it worries me because my sister has so many ailments. She has MS and she's developed a new one that is incurable, that it's causing her hands to turn in, and it's not arthritis. Yes, it does. It does. And I hate being sick. Oh my God, I hate being sick. It just irritates me to no end that I am not well. And the crazy part about it is that there's days that I don't feel like I'm sick. Yeah. So, well, who all's in here this morning? I've got 2 more showing. Hello, girls. Girls or guys or whatever. Is there anybody in there with you, Carla? Hey, Malaya, how are you? Did I say that right? Malia, maybe? Well, I'm glad you dropped in. Malia, okay. Pretty name. Hi, Sybil. Yeah, we're going to get together again, huh? I'm not really doing anything today. I'm not feeling real well, but I had some things on my mind that I thought I would talk to you about. We're hanging in. Oh man, mine are horrible. I don't, but everything's coming out all at once because it's been cold here for way too long. It's just now started warming up. And we went from 80 to 50 yesterday. So, it's just crazy. I think so. I think so, Carla. This weather is just, it's just strange. And so, I'm in Missouri. Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy. It's just up and down, and you don't know whether to be, you don't know whether to put on shorts or wear a coat. I went outside barefooted day before yesterday, even though I wasn't feeling well. I went outside and walked around the yard. It was 75, 76 degrees. Well, I have seen it like this before. I don't like it, but I have seen it like this before. That, when it hits, I think what's going to happen is we're just going to go into full-blown summer. Oh my gosh. So, well, yesterday, girls, we made a journal in here, and I made it fast. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to come on and talk about, was that I made it too fast, and I didn't do what actually should have been done. I didn't do it like it needed to have been done. And if I'm going to do tutorials or live streams or whatever, whatever this is, then I should do it right. And I got to thinking about it, and I was terribly disappointed that I did not take the time to do it right. But I told Carla, "Hi, Vicky. I have been ill, and I'm not well today, so I'm not going to stay on a long time today, but I wanted to talk to everybody about my thoughts on yesterday." And so I'm still trying to wait for everybody to come in. Hoping everybody comes in. I about let my coffee get cold this morning cleaning up here. Oh, Lord, I had a mess. It sure looks better now. I'll show you what my sister-in-law brought me. I'll show you girls, because I am so thrilled. Okay, you see this is going to be paint related. I have been wanting paints for so long. Oh, my camera just auto-focused, and it's not good. Come on. Focus back. I've never had it auto-focus before. No, it's not clearing up either. There, is that better? There, I think it finally did. Anyway, she brought me brushes. She brought me a covered keeper. This she brought for her project that she wants me to do. That's the reason I got all the stuff that she did buy. But anyway, I've got 2 cans of pearlescent glitter shimmer from Krylon, and I've never seen it before. And it's called Opulent Opal, which is new to me. And she brought me some tube keepers. Palette knives. And then she brought me paint. Oh my God, she brought me paint. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. I've got red and green. And let's see. I think this is raw umber. And cerulean blue. A big white, because her project is all white. Reds. Is that the red or the pink? And browns. And another green, because her project is white and green. And yellow. And black. And I can start painting. And I am so excited about being able to start painting. She said, well, it was either that or I spent a lot of money to buy one. Yeah. I love to paint, and I have for years. I love to paint and draw. I tried to make a video of some of my artwork, and I couldn't get it to upload. So one of these days, I'm just going to take you around. I've got quite a bit of it hung up. And so one of these days, I'm just going to take the camera and walk around and show you what I've done. But anyway, I have been wanting acrylic paint so bad. So that I can follow along in some of the groups and do some of the painty papers. And, I would love to do an art journal. So when she said, do you want to do a project for me? I said, I have no paint. I just have no paint. And she said, I'll buy you paint. And I said, Joanne, you can't do that. You don't need to do that. And I said, I'd do it for nothing because, she's my sister-in-law. And she said, no. Because she said, I looked at these paintings. She had gone to Branson and seen these paintings. And she thank you. Thank you, Carla. Anyway, she said, the painting like I want, she wants me to paint on a window, and she wants me to do a winter scene. And it's just trees and a church house. And anyway, she said, these things were selling for $90 to $100 and some odd dollars. She said, if I go buy you a set of paints, it's not going to cost me near as much as that painting. So, and she said, and I know you can do it, and I'm not in any hurry for it. So she said, you can just do it at your own time. And I said, okay. So I forgot about it. I really didn't think she would do it. She says she's going to do something, and, like we all do, and then it really doesn't get done. So, but I was amazed when she come in with this haul and had gone above and beyond. Green and white would have made her painting. Yeah. It just really, they go crazy down there. But they were on old antique windows. And they were beautiful. I mean, they were beautiful. But it's pine trees, and I can paint a pine tree. I know I can. I've done it before. So, I'm not the best artist in the world, but painting pine trees is not that hard if you've got a fan brush and paint. And on a window, if you make a mistake, you just wipe it off. It's not like putting it on canvas and having to paint it under. You can just take a rag and wipe it off and redo it. So I've got plenty of leeway. But anyway, she was very generous to me. But I'd like to show you some of the things I've done. What I really like to do more than paint, I've done painting, but what I really like to do is draw. I love to pencil draw, and I love to use, the Crayola, or not the Crayola, but the chalk pastels and that kind of thing. That's what I like to do. And, well, I did put a piece of my painting yesterday in this journal, but I cut it up. So you wouldn't be able to tell what it is, but, I'm just now getting back into it. I don't know. I've been watching and learning again, because it's been years, Sybil, since I've done it. I've drawn. I've done a lot of drawings, but it's been years since I have I've painted and done things. So it's going to take a little practice. But I also want to do the jelly plates and that kind of thing. I really want to get into this. I'm setting, my crafting room, is upstairs. So I'm setting eye level to the trees, and I've got yellow finches just coming in like crazy. Morning, Michelle. I was just showing them my haul of paint. I got paint yesterday given to me. Look at this. I got some paint. My sister-in-law went and got this for me. So I'm excited. We're going to do a project, and I will do that with you guys. Because I think it'll be fun. Painting on glass is fun. And you're in the evening, Sybil? What time is it there? I don't know, it's just like 7 o'clock here, isn't it, girls? Maybe a little later. I'm going to set some of these down here and until I can put them away. Okay. It's 8. Oh, my alarm will be going off. Get ready for it, girls. It'll go off and ring the bell. I forgot, I don't know. I come up here at 4 o'clock this morning, so I have no idea. Well, you're ready for a nap. That's my nap time. I love to take a nap. Every afternoon I go take a nap. I don't like to be interrupted either. And yesterday I laid down and it really wasn't feeling well, and I laid down and my phone rang more than I think it ever has since I've owned one. I had messages and I had phone calls and I had I don't know what all. I finally just got up and said, I might as well get up. But I wanted to talk to you all about journaling like we did yesterday, or not journaling, making a journal like we did yesterday. You know, I grabbed a box. Well, stay just a minute. Just if you can, Michelle, because I want to talk to you, everybody, about what we done yesterday. Just a minute. Yeah, I can imagine that, Malia. Anyway, what we did yesterday was so fast that what I wanted to do is, because it wasn't exactly right, it turned out all right. There was things that could have been better by far. And so what I want to do, and I was hoping that you all might want to do it with me, is to go back and redo. And of course, Michelle does this, and she is great to watch for tutorials. Her videos are great. And don't just stay with me. I'm telling you, don't stay with me, because she by far has more experience than I do. But if we're going to do this, if we're going to do it, let's do it right. Because what we did yesterday was fast. And I was showing off a little bit that I could get it done in that length of time. And I did. But that's not me. And that's not the way I want to do this. So I'm hoping that you girls will stay with me. And we will just do a step by step. Michelle, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. Your journals are wonderful. Your tomes are wonderful. And you know, if we're gonna journal, if we're gonna make journals, then let's make it and make it right. My spine was too weak. It wasn't strong enough. It's a fine thing for right now. It will not hold up to a lot of hues. And if we're going to do it, let's just do it the way it ought to be done, and do it a little at a time, and really, really take the time to do it. And Michelle, I appreciate you watching me, and I appreciate you coming in, and I would appreciate your input on what we're doing. Because, you know, I'm fairly new at this. I can make one, but you make a book. And I want to make a book. I want to do this so that it's going to last. So I'm asking you if you would do that with me. And if you can, I know there's going to be times when you can't. And but I would love to do that. And I want to do that. All right. All right. I think that's great. I really do. I have watched you for so long now. And not just you. I've watched Nick and oh my gosh, girls, I have got like a dozen finches right outside my window here. It's absolutely beautiful. They're like little yellow flowers on the ground. But anyway, let's got off the subject completely. Well, I've done both, Michelle. And I think to start with, we probably should make one. That's my thought. Make one with some good chipboard and really start and show how to put the spine together and that kind of thing. And then go to the altered book, because it's a little bit, well, it's not really any harder, I don't think. I don't know. Whatever the girls want to do. But I would like to do it so that it's done right. And that's my thinking. I know I did not do that right. And I can't handle that. I want to be able to do it and show how it's done and do it step by step and do it right. So, because if you're going to do something, it's worth doing right. If you're going to put the time and effort in it, then let's do this like it's supposed to be. Let's put the... No, honey, it's not having high standards. But, you know, if you don't do something the first time right, you end up usually having to redo it. And I don't... I don't want to redo them. So it's part of it is being lazy. But I had a little tray here. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I've got a little tray here with water in it, and it has decided to leak. And it's pouring water all over my table. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is let's slow it down. Yes, they can. I'm working on a bird journal. I don't know if you've seen the cover yesterday, but I'm working on a bird journal, and it's going to take me a long time to do that the way I want it. I don't want to do it fast. And now my tree journal, it just fell together. It fell together. It was meant to be in, it just fell together. But, and I don't know that everybody wants to take weeks and weeks to do a tome, but we can do a journal and do it right and not have a weak spine. And my spine was, it was wrong, and my sewing was not great, and I used that spray glue again to baste it down or spray it down, and instead of using the right glues, it was just not done like it should have been done, and I done it too fast for anybody to learn off of it. And there's not much sense in me sitting here just talking to, well, of course I love to talk, so that's, that's no problem. That's right. It's not. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Karen. Well, that's fine, Michelle. That's fine. I do use a sewing machine. I do. I sew my laces in most usually. Now, sometimes I glue them if, it depends on the book and the lace and that kind of thing. And I don't mind the lace glued down. Exactly. That's right, Karen. We would. If we would just go and buy something, and, something we make should be better. It should be more than what we can buy. And I want it to be more than what we can buy. I don't want it to be just a thing. I don't want it to be, oh, I made this, and, somebody say, oh, that's cute, and then walk off away from it. That's not what I want. I want somebody to look at it and say, good morning, Bethany. I want them to look at it and say, oh, I want that. And that's the God honest truth. I want them to look at something I've made and say, oh, I want that. And so that's my thoughts about it. And if you all are up to it, I am up to it. And I can do this. Woohoo! I can't wait, Michelle. I'm going to wait till you get back to open it, though. I'm going to wait till you get back to open it. I'm so excited. I couldn't believe I won. And girls, I've won like 3 times this month. And I should have gone gambling. I should have gone gambling because I've been on a roll and I've never won anything in my life. And that's the God honest truth. And Karen, are you talking to me, honey? I'm not. No, I just had 2. And I've done both of those. And I know we're too early for Tracy to come on, but I would love to, see Tracy in here too. She just tickles me. I just think she's a sweetheart. How are her shingles doing? Thank you, Carla. I never, honest to God, I have never won anything in my life. And in this last month, I've won 3 things off of YouTube. And I have never, ever won anything. And I said, why am I not gambling? Because when I go down to gambling, I don't win there either. Yeah, I slept for a little. I went to bed about 10 last night. I really was not feeling well. And then I got up about 4. So I've been cleaning. I've been cleaning my room up. And oh my Lord, girls, it was a mess. Well, one of the things I won, I was on Facebook. And there was this artist page. Her name is Annie Tro. And I clicked like on it and went over, and she was having a... Okay, bye-bye, Michelle. Thank you, honey. Hugs and kisses. Love you. I just love that girl. Anyway, I went in there, and she was having a giveaway. And all you had to do was like the giveaway and comment. Of course, it was a beautiful notebook that she had painted the cover of and pins. So I liked it. And I said, oh my God, that's beautiful. I didn't even know if it was still going on. And about a week later, she contacted me and said, I've been trying to get a hold of you. And tomorrow I'm picking another winner if you don't respond. And I said, for what? She said, you won the journal. And kids, I didn't even really remember that I had done it, because I didn't even know it was really still going on. And so anyway, I said, well, yes, I won it, and I'm sorry that I didn't respond, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it's just a notebook that she painted the cover of, but it's beautiful. And I will love it. So anyway, like I said, I ought to have been gambling, but yeah, you just go in them, and they're there, and you look at them, and it's like it was a beautiful piece of artwork. And then I went over to her website and looked at everything that she'd done, and I enjoyed it to no end. Good. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was probably her. Oh, Anita, what have you been up to all night? Have you been working all night on your crafting? Or are you just not able to sleep? Or you heard from your dad? What's going on? No, it's not you. No, I got that wrong. It's Amber's dad that's bad. Isn't it? It's just, you do it, and then you kind of, it's kind of gone. And and I didn't really remember her name. And when she sent me a notification, it was in my other file, and I didn't know her. I wasn't friends with her. You know, I liked her page, but I wasn't really friends with her. When she sent me a notification, I was like, I don't know who that is. And I wasn't really on Facebook because I have been doing this YouTube thing. And kids, I'm sorry. I keep getting unfocused here. I need to turn this around and see if I can draw all the birds in. I am astounded at the amount of birds out here on this ground. I've never had that many finches. And I don't have drop of feed out. So they'll go away. They're eating my maple seeds is what they're doing. But anyway, back to that other stuff. Anyway, when I seen her message, I just said, okay, I'll check that later. I didn't even try to check it because I didn't know really who it was. But Anita, what kept you up, honey? This is what kept me up. I got it 2 or 3 times. And at 4, I just said, I'm done. Oh, I absolutely love the birds. And these yellow finches are just absolutely gorgeous. And I know I can't. Danina, bless her heart. I love to watch her. I just love her. Carla, I know I see you every time I'm up. It's, it's funny. You just don't need as much. I missed her last night. I watched Epiphany Studios. Melissa's boy and daughter-in-law. I watched a little bit of it. She was doing butterflies on vellum. And oh my gosh, they were beautiful. I'm not getting my notifications like I should either. I get them on my phone. I do get them on my phone. But they don't really ring. They just come up. Oh. I hate those nights. Something just scared everything away. It must be my cat coming up to eat because they all scattered. Had a little baby rabbit out there too. Yeah. Well, girls, I really didn't have much else to say other than I think if we're going to do this, let's do it right. And I'm hoping y'all want to do it with me. I love y'all coming in here. I love visiting with you. And I just feel like you're all my friends. I really do. And I'm just chatting with my girls. Making a journal the right way. From start to finish. And it doesn't, when you go back into the yesterday's stream, it was the last hour of the stream, honey. It was way up into it. If that's what you're looking for. Well, I understand those flares, and we can always go back over what we had done at any time, Carly. If you've missed something, we'll go back over it. I want everybody to see and know what we've done and how we've done it. And if you miss something and you want to know what it is, we'll go back over it. Because maybe somebody else did too. I mean, it don't take but a few minutes if you're laying your book out and laying your spine out and you're gluing it together and showing that whatever. It doesn't take but a minute. And true that. But, you know, we can all, I want everybody to be happy with it. I do too. I do too. I think I've got a good friend in Canada that when I had surgery a few years ago, she actually come and stayed with me and took care of me. And I don't know what I'd have done without her. When you've got little ones, honey, it is crazy. I know it is. I know it is. I've been there. In fact, I'm still there because I have my Annabelle, and I've had her since she was a baby. I've been taking care of her. Okay, Sybil, you get that nap in, honey, and I'll see you tomorrow. I just love having you in here. You have a good nap. I know, Malia. That's awesome. You know, I'm feeling a little better right now than I have all morning. This morning, I wasn't sure I wasn't going to have to go to the hospital. But I took all my meds and kind of got cleared out, and I'm not wheezing quite as bad as I was. But it was bad last night. But then this damp, cold air come through, and man, it just was, you know, just turned everything loose again. I will. I've been through this so many times, and I've got every kind of inhaler and stuff in the world. Hugs and kisses. Sybil, we'll see you tomorrow. I had that, and I hope I'm not. But I worried about it this morning. I was really congested. And I just was having an awful hard time breathing. In fact, Tommy got up and he went through to go to the bathroom. And I was sitting in the kitchen, and he said, and I said, it's too early to be up, son. And he said, well, you're up. And I said, yeah, I just can't breathe this morning. So you just go back to bed and I'll be all right. But I had started taking, you can hear that. I had started taking my medicines then and my inhalers. And oh, it's just bad here. Like I said, all the trees are blooming. Everything is blooming. And, well, the flowers are not really blooming yet, but all the trees are out. And every one of them, of course, are coming on at one time because it's been so cold that they got frostbit back and then come back on again, and then frostbit back and come back on again. And well, I think the only way that I could make it better, I always said I'd move to Arizona, but I have family that lives in Arizona, and it's been irrigated so much now that they have allergies out there too. In a lot of parts of it, Yuma is absolutely beautiful. But it's full of flowers and onions and fruit trees, and, you know, it's a whole irrigated valley. I'd have to move up in the high desert, and then the dust would probably get me. Yeah. Well, we have the dust can be bad down there. We have big, big, big trees, and that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. Just sail. I'd probably be seasick all the time. It wouldn't be allergies, but I'd be seasick. I know. That's the way I am. That's the way I am, Malia. I've got 3 inhalers up here. But it'll be over with. These trees get bloomed out and done, and I'll get over it, and then we'll have a good summer and go again. Now that sounds good. I have in my lifetime, I went to the ocean one time and we were there long enough to eat lunch. And that was it. And that was in Long Island Sound. Crafting cruise ship. Now, wouldn't that be fun? Look how many people. Just think how many people out there would probably do that. Girls, we can make money at that. And I don't know about you, but I'm all for that. Teach crafts. Get somebody like, Nick the Booksmith and Tracy Love and Michelle Scott to go on it, and God, we just have a wild old time. Stacy. There you go. I know they have a lot of things like that they do, that people get together and have a big, cruise type get together. I've never been on a ship. I've never even been out on the ocean. I stuck my feet in it. That's about it. I know. Pick me up. Just come by here. I don't know how you'd get your rowboat up here, though, because I am landlocked. I'd like to do that, too. I'd love to do that. My problem is that I have to get Tommy over these seizures, which he is doing better. Girls, he is doing better, but he's, I have to arrange for him. And can't just leave him. But I would figure something out. Oh, thank you, honey. That might be a problem if we all shifted at one time. Oh my God, I want to do that so bad. It would just be so much fun to have a crafters retreat like they do with the quilting retreats and that kind of thing. Oh man, it would just be awesome. Or to have a big show, There's in the town next door to me, they have a big art show every year, street art, street festival. And all of the local crafters and artists come in and show, set up in the buildings downtown, and it's a lot of fun. And it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I love to see everybody's art. It's amazing what these people are capable of doing and do. Really, there was a scrapbook retreat? Oh, for regular scrapbooking? I heard that you had bought a spot. Didn't you say that last night, that you'd bought some property and it was a big building on it or something? I've lost y'all. I lost you for a minute. Well, Anita, don't you live a couple hours from me? Anyway, I know of several artists around here. Just an hour. You're in Joplin, aren't you? Carthage has a big art show. And I know of several artists that would probably come to an art or whatever. In fact, they're having them in Mount Vernon. They've got, are you closer to Carthage? There's a group that meets in, there's a big one in Carthage. Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, I'll gladly drive that long to come and craft with her. It'd be fun. It's an hour away. That's not too far from home to, drive and go back. And Sean just lives 15 minutes from me up here in Springfield, and my brother is a painter and does well. He sold some of his paintings and has done well. And I would love for him to come and craft with me. Yeah. Malia, I hear that, honey. I'm not quite that far out, but it's an hour to a big town for me, but yes, we should. We should. And I think it would be a good time. And we'll talk about it and figure out where and when, and I'd like for it to warm up a little bit, because right now I don't know if I'd feel like coming or not, but yeah. But yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that. And then if we get Sean in here doing some of his stuff, gosh, we could have fun. Yeah, I think so too. We could do the hangouts. We could even do it without ever getting together with the hangouts. They have 2 or 3 crafting at the same time. But I think it'd be more fun if we was together. Well, girls, I'm going to get off of here. It's past time for Tom's medicine and my medicine, and I don't want to miss it today, and I don't want to go to the hospital. I'm going to go take my medicine. And get me some warm coffee and go downstairs and just watch a little while. I think I'll just watch some YouTube today. But I wanted to talk to everybody about it. I think this would be fun. And I really do want to do it right and not just be a rush job. And you know, let's just have fun. So, thank you, Bethany, Anita. I appreciate it, honey. I will. I'm going to be all right. Yesterday I didn't take my medicine, and I really overdone with 3 hours of trying to talk. So, bye, Carla. Love you, and honey. Hugs and love to you, Bethany. So, all right. I'll see you all later. I'm out. So, only like one having 200 girls. So, if you know anybody that hasn't been in, grab a hold of them. Say, come on. Goodbye. Love y'all.